G'day everybody, I'm Dazza. Welcome back to Deadhead Shed. Another episode on the 1964 XM Futura sedan. It's been a month, so I'm doing pretty good. I'm going to try and do a video once a month. Depends on content. If I can get a video out sooner, say fortnightly, then I will. It depends, yeah, as I said, on content. But anyway, I'm not going to talk too much. Sit down, put your feet up, relax, and enjoy. Cheers, guys. Looks like the shocks were never changed on this car. Now I have another diff under my bench over there. I'm going to go and have a look at it. I think it might be a different ratio to that one. I need a big clean up in here again. Now I've got a diff under the the cabinet here. I'll just try and turn the light on. Now I don't know what that says, but from memory I think it was a 3.2 to 1 ratio. If it is, I might put that one in the car. Alright, I just went back and reviewed the video I took of that that compliance plate, or whatever the hell it's called, and yeah, 3.2 to 1, and the light just went out. That's all good. So that diff is going to come out of there. I will fix that up, tidy it up, and put it into the sedan. Now I'm just removing the front leaf spring bush and nut and bolt. There's a nut up there. I'll just loosen that off right to the very end of the thread, and then I'll build it through with a hammer. And sometimes, if you're lucky, that washer will pop out of the hole that's in behind there. But in my case it didn't, but it came out quite easily. I just levered it with a screwdriver and it popped out. It makes it very difficult if you leave that in the hole that's in there. It makes it very difficult to get that bolt out. So this washer has to be popped out from that hole. So I'm going to use a spare bolt I've got. to knock that bolt all the way through, or most of the way through. Alright, one bolt out. Looking at those rubbers up there too, they are cracked. That inside one looks like it's pretty worn, so yes, they do need replacing. I think this wire brush has shown its age, just like its owner. My socket doesn't fit all the way over that thread, so I've got to start out with a spanner. So I will spare you guys me struggling away undoing this. Okay, it's wound out all the way to the end of the thread. Just get the Bash-O-Matic out. Alright, the bolt's come through, but that big washer hasn't come out of that hole. Just like the other side. So yeah, I'll have to pop that with a screwdriver. Next job is to undo those shackles on that side and also this side. Alright, one diff out. Now, when I think about it, it's probably a waste of time me pulling them brakes apart, considering I'm not using this diff, so anyway, all good. Now, obviously these do need replacing, and I've got a bucket full of all sorts of rubber bushes and whatnot. That brown bucket sitting up there on the shelf up the top. I'm going to have a quick look through that. I've got a feeling I might have some in there. What are these? Oh, they're the front caster rod bushes. I think I've only got 3 of them. That's handy. They kind of look like they've been used as well. Only by that part there though. It looks a bit sort of worn. I might have to lash out and get new ones, I think. Yeah, got plenty of these, it seems. But, come here. Yeah, they're a bit flogged out just inside there. So yeah, I've got a feeling I have to get new ones. That's okay. I don't know why I keep some of this stuff, but anyway. Just a hoarder, I guess. Well, there was nothing in that brown bucket, but there was a white bucket next to it. And it's got all sorts of stuff in it. That looks new to me. So does that. And I've got two of them. These Northane ones. That might be alright. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in there. Oh, that might come in handy too. 4 of them. Not sure if they've been used or not. Anyway, I'll have a better look at that stuff and see if they are any good. Yeah, they've probably been used. I've not done it. It's hard to tell. I'd rather use rubbers anyway, rubber ones. Those Northane or plastic ones, I think they can squeak on you, is what I've heard anyway. Just measured these brake drums. This one on the left is from the diff that was under the bench, and this is from the diff out of the Futura. This one under the bench measures 9 1/4. This guy is 9 inch, which is what it's supposed to be. Now, this guy here has been machined out a long way. I don't know what the tolerances are, but I'm just going to put this guy aside, and I will use these ones. You can see the difference in the thickness of the inner wall there. That's, if you're lucky, 1/4 inch. Probably not even that. It might even only be 5 millimeters. I don't know what that is in imperial, sorry. And that's about 10 millimeters, 3/8. So yeah, this guy is the choice, I think. The front of the car's all jacked up and on chassis stands. Going to get these wheels off and the suspension out on both sides. I'll set the camera up on the stand and put it in the time lapse, and I'll get into it. I dare say some wheel bearings might be in order as well. Maybe, I'll check them out. Wash up. Those brake shoes still might be hanging on. Yeah, it kind of feels like it. No self-adjuster cable left there. Just the just that part. So I'll probably need to get a new one of those. Right. I've removed the front wheel cylinders, pulled them apart as you can see. Now, I ordered parts from the US from my company, and everything I ordered was on back order. So they didn't actually have it in stock. Now, on their catalogue where I ordered the parts from, it said they were in stock. Now I sent them a message asking how long is the back order, and they told me 4 to 8 weeks. Now that's just way too long. Like 8 weeks, and then that could go longer than 8 weeks, and then you got the time to actually ship it here, which could be another couple of weeks. So we're going out to like, what, 3 months. And that's just too long. Anyway, I got onto a guy selling the parts that I need, the internal parts, on eBay. Now, he's only selling these cups, these piston cups. And I also needed these boots. And he did have those. So that's worked out quite good. I'm going to clean these up. I'll clean all the actual pistons up, and the springs, and this little metal cup that goes in between the two springs. That one's not in bad shape. This one came out bent. I have spent a little bit of time on it straightening it out, and it's a lot better, so I'm happy with that. So now I've got these parts hopefully show up this week, and in the meantime I'll get these cleaned up, waiting for them to show up, the parts, and I can get them all back together. Now, instead of costing $4 for a whole setup from the US, that's US dollars, $4, it's cost me $40 just for these rubbers and these rubber cups. That's in Australia. So it works out cheaper, probably maybe $70 cheaper than buying new ones, and I'm okay with that. Now, to buy the same rubber kit for these rear ones, financially it wasn't worth it. I've just went and bought a whole new wheel cylinder for both sides, because to buy these new for 2 of them was like $50. So I don't think it's worth just rebuilding. Dodgy. Okay, passenger side or left hand side of the car's suspension is out. I've got those spacers in there, so I will bag and tag them so I know where they came from and what side they belong to. And look, I'm also painting there now as well, so that's good. The caster rod bushes, they have certainly seen better days. So yes, I will have to replace them, of course. Ball joints, no good. These tie rod ends are totally past their use by date. The spring saddles, they need to be replaced. Those rubbers have cracked, and yes, they definitely need replacing. That ball joint underneath there definitely needs replacing as well. So pretty much everything, any rubber will get replaced with something new, or something new old stock I have hanging around here. Still got to remove that sway bar bracket and bush underneath there, but it's a good start. All the front end and suspension is out, and I've also painted inside that spring shock tower area on both sides. So that's that done. So there's the front shocks and springs, and over there a new pair of the rear shocks. Okay, well, here are some of the parts that I have and that I am going to use. Yes, I'm going to use those. I figure if they're no good, I'll just buy new ones. Not a hard decision. Got those lower ball joints, caster rod bushes. Now I thought I only had, there's 3 males there, so I've bought 2 female bushes, so that's good. At least I can use them. I'm happy about that. Just some sway bar brackets. There's those tie rod joining things. Can't remember what they're called. The sway bar end link, I've painted them and put new bushes on them. They're the upper control arm bushes. Idler arm, I'm pretty sure, and they're the tie rod ends. Now I've only got one left and one right. I'm just going to order one left and one right, and hopefully they'll do the job. I also noticed that there's no rubber strip. I don't know what it's for, but there's a rubber strip that normally goes on there underneath the bumper bar. So I will invest in one of those as well. Yeah, you can see the staples that hold that rubber on. Removing that bumper certainly gave me really good access to that rust repair. So that's definitely going to make it a lot easier to get in there and get that done. Alright, I've dragged that diff out from underneath the bench. It does need a good clean up, a paint, and probably a pinion seal, if that's what it's called. And obviously new brakes. So yeah, I want to get that done. But first, I need to get underneath the car, clean it up, and get it painted. So that's the next job on the list. All right, Now, I bought the cheapest stuff I could find on eBay. This gun was 19 bucks. And I paid $24 each for these two cans. I reckon, I don't know how much I need, but yeah, hopefully 2 cans will do the job. Well, it's time to retire the old barbecue bench to outside. I've got something else to go here now. Bit of a freebie from work. So, and it's movable, the new bench, so she's going outside. Yeah, not a bad score. This would be really good for the shed. At least I can move it around. The only reason that work got rid of it was because of that crack. So yeah, I'm happy to take it. Alright, that's the fuel line, brake lines and handbrake cable out. Now this fuel line looks pretty good. I think I'll just give it a clean up, maybe a flush out, and I will reuse that. The brake line, again, it's not bad either. I think I'll just give it a clean up and also flush it out and see how it goes. it doesn't look too bad. There's no bends or kinks or anything in it, so yeah, it might be alright. Alright, and about to start another job that I haven't been looking forward to. I'm going to start cleaning up under the car, probably with a wire wheel. It's not going to be 100% bare metal or anything like that. I just want to get all the excess dirt that hasn't come off when I pressure washed it. Isn't too bad, but yeah, I'm just going to clean her up. As I said, get rid of all the dirt and crap. There's still dirt up there. Alright, I was right. It's a shit job. I'm going to try doing something else. I'm going to head into town tomorrow and I'll probably get something for the drill. Maybe just something with a shank and the wire wheel on it. The angle grinder is just too aggressive and I don't need to take that much off. I'm just getting covered in black crap. You can probably see all over me. And I really don't need to take all that off. I just want to get the dirt off. So, well, I've got a green Scotch-Brite here. I might just give that a go, just by hand, see if that's any good. But yeah, I might just get something in town tomorrow. The angle grinder scares the crap out of me doing underneath here. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Had a few parcels show up through the week. That is the cups and the boots for the front wheel cylinders, so I can do them now. Also had a fuel, the rubber neck section for the the fuel tank. Got the female section to the caster rod bushes, so they're right, they're good to go. Also I bought some Bundy tube. It was cheap. It was like, there's even some flare nuts in it. I think it was like $16, including postage. It's so cheap. So I will probably make new brake lines for this car. And finally, I got some brake parts showed up. They're the front, no, they're the rear. They're the rear brake shoes. Front brake shoes. And also rear wheel cylinders. So that's getting there with the brakes anyway. I've just got to work out what I'm doing with the springs, whether I'm going to reuse the ones I have or buy new ones. Alright, I'm back from town. I got myself the wire wheel, a pack of brushes, and also some more rust converter. Underneath the car, not only does it have dirt, but there is some surface rust, so that's why I've got that. I had a go with the green Scotch-Brite yesterday, and it didn't do a bad job. So any places like the flat areas, I'm going to use that green Scotch-Brite, and it'll get rid of a lot of the loose stuff that I need to. Any stubborn places, I'm going to use that. So yeah, once I apply that, I'll let it dry, and then I will spray the sound deadener. I've moved the diff next door into the other part of the shed. I've removed the brakes, so it's just ready for a clean up. Get that seal done and also paint it. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this, but this is a shit job. Now, I went and bought one of these 90-degree air grinders, I guess. I don't know what you'd call them. Air sander. And it's unreal. Now, of course, me being me, I paid as less as possible. That was 68 bucks. And it came with all these, like 2 bags full of all these attachments, different grits and all different types of things. Now I've used 2 of these discs under the car just to clean it up. But tell you what, a hell of a lot quicker than just using that wire wheel. So yeah, that was well worth buying, definitely. Alright, that job's done. I love them jobs. They're unreal. I wish I could do it more often. Anyway, it's all done. So, and I've done a better job than I thought I originally wanted to. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. Alright everyone, that's the end of the video. I was hoping to have that sound deadener all done in this video, but I'm trying to get my videos out a bit more often now, so yeah, you have to wait till the next one. Alright, hope you enjoyed. I'll catch us later. Cheers.